The laughing auditor is standing outside Norfolk Police Headquarters with his camera when officers react almost immediately. There is no attempt to casually ask what is going on or understand why he is there. Instead, suspicion takes over from the very beginning. Before any facts have even been established, attention is directed toward his appearance and his reason for being outside the building, as though those details alone are enough to warrant intervention.
My name's Matt, I'm a police officer.
Okay.
Obviously you're on police premises.
Okay.
So we're just asking why you're here. What's that?
Tripod, is it?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
What is your purpose of being here?
What do you mean?
What is your purpose with a mask, covering your face and your hood up?
It's cold.
Yeah?
Very cold.
Is there anything that we can help you with? Is there any information you need to know?
What's the issue?
What's that?
What's the issue?
Well, you can acknowledge
that's
it's
what
a
we're
little bit
asking us.
suspicious. I'm just coming to see if you're okay. There's no issue.
Suspicious about what?
Well, you're on police premises, you've got your face covered, you've got something that I can't identify sticking out your trouser pocket, so we're just looking to learn more. What's your name?
Why do you need my name?
Okay, mate, I'm going to search you.
Right, calm yourself down. What are you searching me for?
I'm going to search you for offensive weapon.
For an offensive weapon? You already said it's a tripod. I told you it's a tripod.
Okay, well, you're saying that, but I can't.
The very first moment they approach him, their attitude seems to reveal the direction this is already heading. This does not appear to be an attempt to gather information and determine what happened. Instead, it feels as though they have already reached a conclusion and are acting on that belief. The behavior they describe as suspicious does not appear particularly convincing, yet it becomes the basis for everything that happens afterward. Once the discussion shifts toward identifying himself, and he does not provide that information, there is no pause to properly assess or explain the circumstances. The situation moves immediately toward further action, without any clear basis being established. There's also no real explanation for why escalating the encounter is necessary.
I'm not saying you're being hostile.
So is there any need for the cuffs?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you're not cooperating with us.
I don't need to cooperate with you.
You need to keep us safe.
I'm not doing nothing
and
wrong.
You safe.
Can you identify yourself, please?
PC2036.
Okay.
Just as I said
So
to you
what's
before.
the grounds for the search?
Our grounds for the search are for an offensive weapon. You're on police premises. You're on police premises.
That's not grounds.
We don't know who you are. You've got your face covered.
That's not grounds.
Well, it's good enough for me.
It's not good enough. It's not good enough at all.
It is.
It's absolutely preposterous. What's the grounds for the search? For an offensive weapon? So what's led you to believe I've got an offensive weapon?
You got something that we can't identify.
You identified it. You said it was a tripod.
I said, is that what it is? But I can't see what it is.
Right. You don't need to see what it is.
All right.
It's a tripod.
Let's get back to square one.
No, but don't get back to square one.
So why are you here?
Did you identify yourself? Did you?
You've asked me 3 times.
I may not have heard you.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, you've got your camera.
And I'm not your mate.
so
Okay. You've literally just come out and put me in handcuffs.
Okay,
So I'm definitely not your mate. Okay. So do you mind formally identifying yourself, please?
Do you want to just sit down for a second?
No, I don't want to sit down.
I've already identified
Show me a warrant card.
Collar 45.
Got in your name?
I don't need to give you my name.
You do 3 points identification.
No, I don't.
Are you based out of here?
I don't need to tell you that.
They physically take control of him. The encounter becomes even more intense. There is still no apparent resistance that would make such measures necessary. Restraints are meant to be applied when circumstances genuinely require them, not merely because someone refuses to respond to questions in the manner officers expect. Using a person's lack of cooperation as a justification for increasing control seems to distort the very purpose of those powers. The same issue appears with the explanation involving a possible weapon. Even though the object being discussed has already been identified, that explanation is still relied upon to support taking the situation further.
Of course it will. Of course it will. But you can see that I can only see that bit.
You said it was
sticking
a tripod.
sticking out of your trousers.
And your point?
So why are you being argumentative?
Argumentative? You just come out and put me in cuffs. Are you dumb?
Yeah, because
are you stupid?
You've come onto police.
Are you stupid? You've not given me any grounds for the search. Okay, except you're looking for an offensive weapon. That is not grounds. So you're going to find yourself a hole.
It's not grounds at all. You're on police premises acting suspiciously, walking around all of the cars.
It's a public place.
It's still police premises.
I'm not allowed to walk about here.
It's got implied public access, but it's still police premises.
Right, so I've been on here.
You've got your face covered, and you've got that portion of this sticking out of your trousers.
Would you say that to someone wearing a burqa? Would you?
Yes, I would.
Would you?
Yeah.
That's despicable. Absolutely despicable. You don't need to know why I've got my face covered.
I see what your agenda is here.
What agenda is that?
You're just trying to make a point for making a point's sake.
You just come out and put cuffs on me.
But it's not clear what
and
that
you've not
point
given me grounds for the search. You've not told me what...
We've given you the grounds. We've gone through about 3 times.
That's not grounds, my friend.
The grounds are you're on police premises.
And that is not grounds for a search.
You're not letting me finish. So.
Yeah, because you're talking nonsense.
You're talking nonsense.
Right. Bring him over here.
Yeah.
Finish the search and do what you got to do, and then we'll see what happens, because I guarantee you I'm going to drag you boys into a professional standards investigation, and then I'm going to sue the living daylights out your...
Labeling him as argumentative at that point appears to redirect attention away from the officer's own actions. Challenging or questioning an officer does not automatically create legal grounds for intervention. In fact, it can expose whether those grounds were there in the first place. The more significant problem is the contradiction in their own position. They acknowledge that the location is a public space, yet they continue treating his presence there as something that requires enforcement. Those two positions are difficult to reconcile. When TLA says he intends to pursue the matter further, that statement has significance because incidents like this can be formally challenged. Claims involving unlawful detention, improper use of search authority, or excessive and unnecessary force are not simply minor grievances.
What am I doing that's acting suspiciously?
Hood up, face covered, we're asking your name, what you're doing, you've got something sticking out your pocket.
You're not obliged to any of that information. You're not obliged to any of that information.
What do you mean obliged?
You're not obliged to any of that information. You can ask me, but I'm not obliged to provide any of that information.
What's caused this? What
piece of legislation have you used to stop and search me?
So why are you here?
Search you under Section 1 of PACE.
That's none of your business.
It is our business.
No, it's not.
As I've just explained.
No, it's not.
We're
I'm not obliged to.
You're on police premises. You've got your face covered.
I'm not obliged to answer that.
Something that looks at a distance like a weapon. So it is our business.
If you say so.
Well, I'm just trying to talk to you and trying to establish what the issue is.
Am I obliged to answer you?
No.
Exactly. So shut up and just do your job.
We're going around in circles. You're telling me to shut up, and then you're asking us.
Consider how the incident unfolds. They physically intervene first, and only afterward appear to search for a reason to support what they have done. That sequence is revealing. When TLA asks exactly which legal power they are relying on, the answer should be straightforward if a legitimate power exists. Instead, the explanation appears uncertain and keeps changing, with Section 1 eventually being introduced. The attempt to present the tripod as a safety concern is equally difficult to justify. That authority depends on particular grounds for suspecting certain items, not simply on a general sense that something may be wrong, especially when the officers already knew exactly what he was carrying. They then turned to the fact that people inside the building felt uncomfortable.
It's a medical device, that's all you need to know.
You just tell me what it is.
It's a medical device, it's attached to my body.
Okay, what sort of medical device?
It's a medical device.
What does it do?
Again, I'm not obliged to answer that. It's attached to my body, it's a medical device.
You're not enabling me to make a reasonable decision, are you? Because I don't know what it is. You're telling me it's a medical device.
If you're going to pull it off, you're going to injure me and you're going to put my life at risk.
Why don't you just tell me what it is?
I've told you, it's a medical device.
For what?
For medical reasons.
Is it for insulin or something?
Again, I'm not obliged to answer you. I've told you it's a medical device.
Well, you're not making my job very easy, are you?
I'm not here to make your job easy.
I need the number of this backpack because I need to establish what's in here.
No, I reserve the right to remain silent on that question. If you break it, you'll be liable to pay for it.
I think you're not going to leave us much option other than to arrest you.
Arrest me?
Suspicion of carrying an offensive weapon, judging by your demeanour, how you're dressed, how you come to our attention in the first place. So we'll have to.
You're twisting the cuffs again.
In order to
my hands are staying.
You're twisting the cuffs. Look at them, man. If you arrest me, then that's down to you. I'm not here to help.
Access to his bag is one issue, but attempting to obtain it by threatening him with arrest is where the situation appears to go too far. Choosing not to provide a code is not proof that he has done anything wrong. It is a decision he is entitled to make. Using that refusal as justification to intensify the situation suggests the officers are losing the basis for their actions. The claim involving an offensive weapon is also difficult to support when the suspicion seems to come from his appearance or the way he presents himself rather than any specific evidence. That is not suspicion based on clear and objective grounds.
If you arrest me, then I'll obviously be legally obliged to provide a code.
Why don't you give me the number to this?
Because at this moment in time, I'm not legally obliged to. Once I'm legally obliged to, then by all means.
In relation to you,
I've only been here for 5
worrying
minutes.
people inside the building to the point the doors have been locked.
Is that a crime?
It's not a crime, but it's raised concern. Nobody said it's a crime, is it?
Well, why have you got me in handcuffs? He's threatening to arrest me.
Because we're doing a search.
Honestly, I'm not here to help you do your job. Investigate. Maybe do that first before you put someone in cuffs.
But you're going to need to leave.
I'm not going to leave.
Yeah, you are going to leave.
On what lawful basis are you going to make me leave?
You don't need to leave here. We're satisfied that
what
you've got nothing on.
What are you going to do if I don't leave? Nothing.
Why be fearful that you're going to create a breach of the peace?
I'm not going to create a breach of the peace. If anyone's escalated this situation,
so we could arrest you to prevent a breach of the peace.
Was I committing a breach of the peace before you guys arrived?
Listen to me.
Was I committing a breach of the peace before you guys arrived?
You've not been arrested for a breach of the peace.
You're causing a significant amount of concern whereby people inside the building felt the need to lock the doors.
Right. That's not my problem, is it? I'm out here minding my own business. It doesn't make it a crime. It doesn't make it breach of the peace. So you're talking nonsense, man. You're talking nonsense.
Your presence and your actions here are not friendly.
Says who?
And you've not accounted
says who?
And you've not accounted for what you've
I don't need to account for what I'm doing.
I need your details.
You don't need the details for a search record.
How am I going to give you the details then?
You don't need my.
Send them to you after the time.
No, I want a paper. I want a paper copy.
We don't carry. I haven't got a paper copy.
You go get one.
But I can send you one if you give me the details. I'll send you one.
There's a police station there.
Well, we're in a bit of a situation then, aren't we?
Don't refuse my search record. It's my right to have a search record.
You can sit here.
It's my right to have a search record.
But I will.
And I do not need to provide details for a search record.
That's not our daily course of business.
100% it is.
It's going to take a while.
I do have the right to a search record.
No, it isn't our daily course of business. That's not the type of police.
No, you shouldn't come out searching people for no reason.
One, but you will need to wait.
And take the cuffs off.
I don't need to talk.
Take the cuffs off.
And you'll get a copy of the search. But as explained to you, you'll have to wait.
I think you're talking nonsense.
Okay. Do you understand what I said?
It sounded like gobbledygook.
Okay. Well, you're going to get a copy of the search, but you're going to have to wait for it.
I can only hear one person at a time. We're talking over each other.
See you later.
So you're refusing my copy.
Right, but if you arrest me, then I would obviously be legally required to give you the code. Then why won't you provide the number now? Because at this point, I have no legal obligation to do so. If that changes and I'm legally required to provide it, then I'll do that. This relates to you causing enough concern to people inside the building that they felt the need to lock the doors. Is causing concern a criminal offense? No, it isn't an offense, but it has caused concern. Exactly. Nobody is saying concern itself is a crime. So why am I in handcuffs? He's been threatened with arrest because we're carrying out a search. I'm not here to make your job easier. Investigate the situation. Maybe establish something before putting someone in cuffs. But you're going to have to leave. No, I'm not leaving. Yes, you will. Then why are you concerned that I'm going to cause a breach of the peace? I'm not going to cause one. If anyone has escalated this situation, it was you can only listen to one person at a time. You're all speaking over each other. So are you refusing to provide me with my copy of the search?